Yo, what is going down? Friday. Yo, it's Friday. Yo, we made it. I know what you're thinking. You're like, golly, I made it. I made it. I feel you.
Made it through.
I feel you. Yes, you made it. Friday. Kick your feet up. Pour yourself a little something to sip on because, hello, nerds. Welcome to GeekBeast. This is your daily rundown of geeks. Geek news from geeks that look like me. Geeks that look like you. Yo, the Black Lion himself is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Chuck, yo, tell the people what's cracking, baby.
Not much, man. It's Friday, and it feels good to be Friday. Man, it's been one of those weeks.
Yeah, man. Thank you, man.
Every week seems to be one of those weeks these days. That's adulting. This adulting stuff is some BS.
life comes at you fast, right? And not only does it come at you fast, it don't pause either. No. It just go. Well, listen, if you happen to be new to the show, we cover the Geek News Beat, and we share our opinions with you, which are highly melanated. As you can see, we are people of color, but we are geek, just like you. And we're going to cover that Geek News Beat up and down your timelines. We're going to up and down your Twitter, up and down your Facebook, your YouTube, all of that. We're going to give you a melanated opinion of it. Hey, I'm your host, Chantel. You already met Chuck. Let's go ahead and get this bad boy started first with what you sipping on, my guy.
Oh, man. Yesterday I was drinking vodka and had my chest pounding, so I'm taking it easy. I'm drinking Olipop. They're not sponsored right now, but Olipop is delicious. It is vegan soda. I think all soda's vegan. And it's healthy.
Maybe. Yeah.
It's healthy. It is good for your digestive system, your digestive health, apparently. But strawberry vanilla is kind of delicious.
It's a nice plug.
I wish they had orange vanilla, so it'd be like an orange sickle. I want an orange sickle so bad. Do you miss orange sickles?
I do. Like there used to be
orange sickles. I went to the grocery store looking for them. And
do they still? They don't really still make them that much anymore.
They don't.
I remember our ice cream man used to have the push pops, right? That's the one. The push pops.
I see the ones with like orange and the vanilla ice cream in the middle. No, I want the push pop.
I feel you on that, man. We definitely need to bring that back. You know what that reminds me of? Were you ever a fan of Orange Julius?
What's Orange Julius?
Orange Julius is like it's not really a smoothie, but the pop itself. The drink itself is like an orange mix. It tastes like push pop.
Oh yes,
but it's a full blown drink of it, right?
Drink of it, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I do miss that. Yes.
That used to be my joint, man. Yeah.
These kids don't know what they missing.
They don't, man. They don't. These little youngins, don't know what's going on.
They don't understand the troubles we went through pushing that pop up.
That's what I'm saying, man. You know, and it's funny too when I think about push pops too now, man. I always get the smell of like chlorine in my nose, right? Because I remember they would always be at the pool and there was always somebody, a kid with a push pop or whatever it is, man.
Cooler full of push pops. You understand that? They don't know what that means.
No, they don't, man. Listen, all right. I'm gonna change it up just for a second before we get into the news. So I'm gonna let everybody know. Before we even get to that, you're right. Just some old screwball. I wanted to keep it sweet.
Ooh, look at you.
Keep it sweet and simple.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I know. I still got. You're the one that put me onto this, and now I can't stop drinking it.
That screwball is delicious.
It is, man. I like putting a lot of ice in it, and then because it's super for me, it's super sweet in the beginning. But as the ice melts and everything, it dilutes it enough to make it a little bit more palatable to my taste.
Peanut butter whiskey.
That part.
Who would have thought peanut butter whiskey would be that delicious? Jeez.
So let me ask you. Let me ask you a question, man, because I'm a little perplexed. For everybody that does not know, I live in Denver, Colorado. All right, and it is currently May
20th.
Like we're in the last
Gemini
third,
season, 2 days away from Gemini season.
Yeah, we're like towards the last part of May, bro. And right now, not only is it snowing, we are estimated to get up to a foot of snow. A foot.
That's crazy.
In the end of May.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's why I'm drinking.
I told you need to talk to God about that. Like, look here, man. This is supposed to come in January, not June.
I don't know. Jack Frost done lost his damn mind.
Yes. It's summertime.
Like, why are you doing me like this? Yes, it is.
Oh,
it should be people walking around in flip-flops, better shorts, man. Not galoshes, bro, and not snow shovels. But that's where I'm at. You look, I got on a long sleeve shirt, bro. Look,
is it that cold outside?
Yes, it's freezing. I'm looking at, how like, if you got if you're working on Windows in your bottom right-hand corner, if you got Windows 10, it tells you like the rain and temperature. Mine says rain, snow. It is currently 32 degrees. 32.
I'm going to let you know, man. You can move back out to California.
Ah,
You can come to SoCal. You can go deep SoCal.
don't
You can go
tease
to
me
San
like that,
Diego.
man.
You can go to San
Don't tease me
Diego.
like that.
You can go to San
Don't.
Diego. There's no snow there. None. Zero. 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 There's some of the best Mexican food you'll ever get, and a beach.
You
That's what's
ain't
there.
lying.
That's what's there.
You
That's
ain't
what's
lying.
there. In
Yeah,
Comic Con.
look.
In Comic Con. I need a place to stay anyway. Come on, make that happen. Make that happen.
It's probably absolutely going to happen. Listen, man, you said something that's real too. Like, yo, I miss Mexican food. Like, I thought I knew what Mexican food was when I lived in Georgia and when I lived in Tennessee, and then I came to LA, and I was like, oh, this is Mexican food. I love it. This is the real deal. And then I came back out to Denver, came back out to Colorado, and now I'm like, I need some real Mexican food. Like, it's something, it bonds with your genetic codes, part of like your identity once you've had it once you've had like the real authentic, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got people here that making allegedly authentic Mexican, and there are no Mexicans in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? I don't want a kitchen full of black folks making my Mexican food.
Yeah.
I want Mexicans making my Mexican
food. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Look, that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, man.
Now the Japanese have found a way to make cuisine perfect from every culture on planet Earth. It's like, wow, this is the most perfect Indian food I've ever had. Wow, this is the most perfect taco I've ever had. Japan has figured it out. Japanese have figured it out. They're like, we're going to use it. We're going to culturally appropriate it. We're going to appropriate it to the highest level.
They got they have the equivalent of the food infinity gauntlet. Like, they've over proper study, they put across the proper gems to create any masterpiece of culinary delights.
They kill it. They kill it. Japanese are known to kill it. It doesn't matter what culinary like. They're like, oh, that's great. They even take British fish and chips, bland fish and chips, and make it delicious. I remember the first time I've had. Have you ever had like authentic fish and chips, like the authentic? It's not delicious.
I'm thinking it's gonna be like Captain D's, right? Is Captain D's still around? Or Long John Silver?
Long John Silver. I thought it was gonna be like that too. No, it's not. Long John Silver breaded fish is delicious.
That's what I'm saying. Captain
D's. Oh man, you speaking my language. Captain D's. Captain D's had those hush puppies, boy.
Ooh. Hey, here's an interesting piece of information I did not know. Do you know why hush puppies are called hush puppies?
No, it's kill puppies. I don't know. I have no idea.
No, well,
I've never thought about it. I've never thought.
Right there is a reason. Hush puppies was a term coined by slaves. Okay, and the reason why is the reason why is before slaves would run, they would take cornmeal, mash it together, fry it up, and put a bunch of these balls of cornmeal and put it in a pouch, get a whole bunch of it, so that when they ran and the dogs started chasing them, they could throw the hush puppies off to throw off their scent. Hence, hush puppies.
Oh, that's brilliant. I would always cherish hush puppies for the rest of my life, man. Matter of fact, every time I order fish, I'm going to say, y'all got hush puppies? They're like, why? I was like, in honor of the slaves that died for me.
That's right. Juneteenth is right around the corner.
Right.
You better
Hush
get you some hush puppies.
I did not know that. That makes sense.
Dope. That's dope. That's what I'm saying. You get you a little pocket full of them, throw the scent off, and you're good.
What people do to survive, man.
Whatever it takes, my guy. Oh man. We definitely went off on a half drunken tangent.
That's awesome. This is Friday. This is the happy hour show. This is what we do.
Yo, all right. So another random thing. You know what I've been watching? Have you been watching Baki? I'm trying to watch.
I watched Baki 3, the first season. I haven't watched the most recent version. I haven't got caught up.
Yo, it's some Igga. It's some Igga shit.
I bet. It's like the most built homoerotic fighting anime ever. It's wild.
It is, and I'm trying to crush as much of this Netflix animated content as I possibly can, because there's a really good possibility that it could be pulled, right? Because the animation department is going through so many changes.
Well,
at the
anime
moment.
is going to be okay. I think animation that like claws, everything they make in house is different, but everything they license, like all the anime and whatnot. All that's going to be fine because anime does well, and Netflix is going to turn into Crunchyroll. That's what it seems like it's going to do. It's going to have Crunchyroll. It's going to have a lot of Korean content and a lot of Japanese content, and then world content. It's going to have no American content. It's going to be in Sundance Channel. That's what it seems like it's going to happen to it. That's what I.
But the Sundance Channel, isn't that under the whole what is it? The Discovery umbrella?
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure. Okay.
Discovery needs to bring all their channels together, bring one service to rule them all. But I understand they're making money across like 4 services right now.
Yeah. Discovery balling, and that will never stop being odd to me. Like Shark Week was what kicked off the billionaire status. Like, what Shark Week? You mean you
big baller status?
Meerkat Manor, bro, was bringing in waves of people like that. Meerkat Manor. Okay, all right.
I think it was because Discovery owns a lot of land, conservation land, and they're able to leverage the land. They're able to leverage the land value, and they end up being the big winner. Big bank take little bank, man. They got HBO Max. They bought Warner.
Bruh, that's what I'm saying. And it's changing the entire field of how Warner Brothers is dealing with DC, which is nuts.
They're killing shows left and right. They're like, we're gonna kill that BS. I think they're gonna kill the Gotham Knight show. Because the Gotham Knight show has none of the original Gotham Knights. You know the video games coming out?
Yeah.
So with Tim Drake and Dick Grayson.
They got Batgirl, Dick Grayson,
Batgirl, with
Red Hood.
Yeah, Red Hood. They have all of them, right? Jason Tate. The actual show has none of those characters.
Why would you make the show?
They call it Gotham Knights, but it's like the woman Robin. She's like the highest ranked one, and there's a bunch of other random like Batman characters that nobody really cares about. They've never got a major publication. It's like they're like, "Oh, this is for CW.
They ain't gonna make it.
We're not gonna give the CW." And it's basically Riverdale with Batman.
That ain't gonna make it. You know what? I feel like the teeny bopness of the CW is also going to be reconsidered. Yeah, you can't get rid of it because that's why you go to CW. You go to CW to see X, and the teeny bopness of it. Yeah. But I think how they go about it is about to be fundamentally redefined because there's not too much left, right? Yeah. It's like the Flash is left. That's about it.
Yep. Because Oliver McQueen is done.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. Well, they have Stargirl, and they have a new one coming out. They got rid of Naomi.
Stargirl, that's right.
They got a couple of new ones coming out, but I don't know. I watch Stargirl, and I'm like, ugh, I want to throw up in my mouth. Supergirl, ugh, I want to throw up in my mouth.
I tried to get Supergirl. I tried, man. I was like, this ain't for me.
15-year-old girl. This is like cartoons in the 80s all over again.
Yeah,
but amateur writers like go here to write. They didn't have no professional writers. I don't know what's going on. The writing rooms are not strong.
Yeah, and you know what? I think
right? Riverdale, the writing room is strong as hell. They'll do Gossip Girl. The writing room is strong as hell. Why is it these DC things, the writing room's weak? You go to any DC animated show or feature, writing room is strong.
Yeah.
Strong.
I want to welcome the shakeup because I need Marvel to have some proper competition. And there's nobody that's really messing with Marvel right now, and at least not when it comes to the superhero game. I felt the same way. Like I was a huge Madden player. I loved Madden, but when Madden stopped having competition, Madden got lazy.
They did,
and they need that competition in order for me to have a good game. And I don't want Marvel to be lazy. I need Marvel to have competition so they can stay on the razor's edge.
I heard that new Star Trek show is fire too, but I don't think that's
what I keep hearing.
I heard it's fire.
That's what I keep hearing. I have yet to see it. And they dropped like 2 episodes, right? It's like 2 of them out.
It's fire.
Oh, I gotta get on that.
Strange New World.
Yeah. Oh, quick shout out to the chat. Yo, just in case you're new to the channel, one of the beautiful things about this is that you have access to us. Unlike some of the podcasts that you may be listening to or some of the people that you're currently following, you can't really speak directly to them. You can hear. Please hop in the chat, say what's up. Perfect example. My man Johnny Randolph is in the chat. He said, that is amazing story about hush puppies. Right,
yeah,
right. It's like a cool little piece of Black history and Black culture regarding some of the names. It don't matter where you go, you gonna find us.
Yeah.
You can't escape us.
If we didn't go there, they took us there. And odds are we were there. We were there and met ourselves. That's so crazy. Like Louisiana, they took slaves to Louisiana, and there were Black people already there speaking the native language to them. Like, how'd y'all get here? They brought us on boats. They enslaved us. Who? Then next thing they shot and dead.
See.
Yeah.
Speaking of dope Black culture, I know we are always giving like props to Donald Glover and his project Atlanta. They had the season finale last night. I know you're not caught up all the way.
I'm not caught up all the way, but I'm one episode away from it.
Yeah, I just want to just keep plugging it because it's just really good. Interesting. What is it? Afrofuture surrealism. That's what it's called. Afrofuture surrealism I have yet to see a better example of it than Atlanta, and the season finale doesn't disappoint. It's weird, it's definitely strange, but please go out and check Atlanta. What was I also going to say? Oh, regarding other people of content being content creators, I know that we discussed a long time ago regarding Donald Glover and his big next project with Amazon Prime, right? I think it was
Amazon Prime, his $1 billion deal.
It was like a disgusting amount of money. Issa Rae got another one that's just dumb money. I forgot who she's under. I think she's still under HBO. I think she's got like a big project coming out with that. The young lady that's put together Abbott Elementary, she's on the cusp of doing big things as well. It's just a really good time to see Black voices, people of color, and their voices kind of just stick out. It's just a good time to be alive right now.
Atlanta's so wild. I just finished the Amsterdam episode where he meets Lorraine.
Oh, that is a dope episode.
Bananas.
Yes, it is.
The Paperboy when he's by himself and he goes through his moments, like the last season, Robin season, when they robbed him and then he got caught in the woods. It's the same exact feel as that episode, but totally different scenarios.
But totally, it's the same, but totally different.
And it's like. You think that you don't have faith in Earn, and at the very end, Earn comes through.
Comes through like
every
a
time.
champ.
Like a champ. Like I cleaned you up. I picked you up off the street.
Yeah. He was like, I changed your clothes and everything.
Like for 3 days, you've been out. You were out.
Yeah, man. And then there's been some
what you and Darius are doing. Darius can do this. You can't. He's
that part. Yeah. There's been some really interesting cameos too, man. Like in that particular episode, there's the cameo with Liam Neeson's, and it's real meta because Liam was this close to being canceled, and it still is for some Black people regarding some of the remarks that he said. But yet, Donald Glover brings him into the episode in an interesting way to allow him to redeem himself, and also in a weird kind of way reinforce the fact that he's a white man doing what a white man does. It's really strange how they're going about it.
It's such a good episode, and I'm glad Liam Neeson played along with it.
Yeah,
I'm glad he played along with it. Like, let me tell you what this realness is.
It's kind of disturbing. Like, I want to know how that conversation went with either the casting director or even with Donald Glover. He was like, "Just hear me out. I'm gonna call you out on your shit, but I'm also going to give you an interesting way to maybe kind of explain yourself.
Yeah.
And I'm still going to shit on you, and I'm still going to give you an out. Are you down? And Liam Neeson was like,
yeah, yeah. But Liam Neeson, was he being canceled by black people? Or was he canceled by white people because he was talking about white people? I think because
I don't know.
I don't recall black people canceling because black people were like, whatever, this is Tuesday. That's Tuesday. That's some Tuesday shit.
True, yeah. No, that's
shit.
big facts. That's big facts. You're like, oh, you a white man talking slick? You telling me it's Thursday again? Yeah.
Okay,
I feel you on that.
Okay. That happened yesterday, guy. That happened yesterday.
Yeah, no, big facts. Big, huge facts. There's gonna be another cameo. I'm not gonna say anything. There's gonna be a couple more cameos.
Yeah, there are some
that you're gonna enjoy, man.
One thing that this show has made me realize, I'm not living up to my creative potential. I am not living up to my creative potential.
Yeah,
I have stories just as good in my brain, and I'm thinking,
I know you do. Hey,
wow.
because your mental is just as warped as Donald Glover, and I'm saying that as a compliment.
You started me pitch some shows to you.
Yes,
like,
bro.
It's not real. And I'm like, I got to get out of my day job to focus on this because I got to figure it out. I got to figure it out. I need to find me a sugar mama or somebody. Man.
But it circles back to what we're saying earlier about this is such an interesting time to be a person of color that is a storyteller.
Yes.
You know, if you are a storyteller, this is your renaissance in a sense.
I met a young woman that doesn't like any of Donald's work. She doesn't like Atlanta season 1 or 2. She said she thinks it's boring. And I said, you either love it or hate it, you know? And I said, for me, I love Twin Peaks. And this is like closest thing I have to Twin Peaks or Fargo. It actually surpasses those things.
Yeah.
This is Salvador Dali level surrealism that we're seeing.
Yes.
The Black experience.
Yes.
I've never seen anything like this. Like, wow.
I've never seen
there from the white Justin Bieber episode until Lorraine, and then find out. And then he mentioned he's what happened to Lorraine. And when Ern said what he said, I was like, whoa. That explains Paperboy's mental.
It gets deeper, dog. Just wait.
I'm like, this show is heavy. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's one of those.
The tranny funeral and the little boy and how he adapted the culture. And there was the other white guy who said, they said, you have a heavy accent. Where you from? He's I'm from Queens.
Yeah,
you have an heavy accent. I hear that.
Chet Hanks. Yes. You're Tom Hanks' son, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like the cameos are crazy.
Good.
Listen, big huge shout out to excuse me, sorry, that's the alcohol. Big huge shout out to the chat. Johnny Random said Atlanta is top 5 for me. Listen, and I'm gonna say this, and I know y'all gonna look at me funny on this. I didn't realize how dope The Wire was until maybe about a good 2 years after. I knew it was good. Mm-hmm. I knew it was legendary, but I didn't realize that it was a flagpole in television series content. I didn't realize the depth of it until maybe like a couple of years later, right? I'm getting those same type of vibes with Atlanta. Like, I feel like a flag is being posted and it's saying this is where either things split and veered, or this is where things started brand new and we never go back to look at how television is done ever again. It feels like that. Like, I don't think we're gonna fully appreciate it until years after the fact, and we'll look back and we'll be like, yo, that was something special.
Yes.
That was something special.
Yes. And there's another show that will never see the light of day again that makes me angry it doesn't exist because it's similar but so different. And that's Lovecraft Country.
Oh, you know what? It's almost
like
criminal.
Both of these,
it's criminal that we didn't get another season of Lovecraft Country. It's criminal. It really is.
Yes.
Like it angers me.
This is
when I
not
think about
like
it.
Foundation where you have black people in the lead. This is a black show that is digestible by everyone, and we all see different things. And
Yes.
and let's be honest, he bears the black psyche to people in a horrific way. That's not horror. That's not horror at all. When you watch it, you're like, my God, this is what it's like being one of them. Even in the comic,
Yes.
even when the poker game,
Yeah.
and the guy stood up and left, and he was like, "You just took my money."
Yeah.
And that's some white people shit. Take the money, go in the room, and lay down because he lost.
It just dipped. Yeah. And he's like, what you gonna do about it?
What you gonna do about
it? Oh man. Yeah. Yeah. That part, man. That part, man.
Yeah.
And to
as an audience member, you're like, what do you do? What do you do? This is a crazy house. This whole thing is crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, my man had a franchise in his backyard with a tree that was 400 years old. It was just weird. It was just random. And then the surreal black artist. That's just like, it's just so, I have to watch it again. I have yet to run. Now that the season's over, I'm definitely going to run it back.
Yeah.
I'm going to run it back.
And how the stories, how there's no timeline in their trip to Amsterdam. There's no timeline. The time is all over the place. It is nuts. It's like,
and Paperboy even acknowledges it. He's like, yo, it's nighttime? Like,
there's no timeline in the whole entire thing. Like Van and Ern are in a hotel together. They spend the night in the hotel. They got the free room. But Paperboy and Darius are out doing something completely different for like 3 days. And you're like, what's the timeline in this? There's no timeline.
There's no time.
There is no time. The show is so freaking amazing.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's like a worm.
Man.
No, man. And you said something that's really important, and that's Lovecraft Country. And even before Lovecraft Country kicked off, we had Watchmen.
Yep.
Which was taken, redefined, put a whole new spin on it. And that really set the tone of the pandemic shows where pandemic Afrocentricity started really blossoming in the pandemic. And it went from Watchmen to Lovecraft Country to now what we're looking at with Atlanta. And I'm curious, and I'm not going to hold my breath, but another platform of television show where all bets are off is Doctor Who, and now we have a new Black Doctor Who. Yes. And I'm hoping that they're bold with it. I want them to be bold with it. And even though I haven't watched that show since I was like 7 years old, I'm very familiar with how the universe allows you to make some bold choices. And that's what I'm hoping that they do with that as well.
What scares me about this show is the writing room, right? It's Doctor Who's old white British actors and writers. They've been on the show for 20, 30 years. So they're not going to write the face of this black character properly. You know, and I've seen them do it to other black characters where they Mary sued them. They made them brilliant. Like, I forgot the beautiful black girl the black woman that was in it prior. And she was dope. And she was set to be a doctor. They didn't let her be a doctor, but she was the companion that was super dope. I was in love with her the whole entire time I watched her. So I wonder what they're going to do with him as the doctor. Right. And apparently he has a black companion too. He has a black companion. So I wonder what that's going to be like. And I was like, I hope they stack that writing room up with black writers, British writers that are really solid.
You and me both,
we'll see.
Man.
We'll see. It's a BBC show. And it's their prize show. That show, you know, that was a show they made with no budget and it survived 30 years of running.
For 30 years, bro. It's got a longer run than The Simpsons.
Yeah.
That's saying something.
The show's been around since like the 70s, the early 70s.
Yeah.
So
I was about to say it's longer than 30 years.
Like 50 years.
Yeah.
It's a long running show. It's sprung off like 5 other shows.
Yeah.
So I'm really curious if they stack the writing room. Like, look, let's give these young black writers a chance to tell their story. And let's tell them. And he's an African writer. He's an African. He's an African. He's an African in Europe. So hopefully they tell that story because I've never heard that story.
Yeah, more of that. That's the other like big ticket conversation that I'm waiting for. And I'm a fan of Nollywood, and Nollywood, in case you don't know, is Nigerian Hollywood, just like Bollywood is Indian Hollywood. Nollywood is what it's called over in Africa and on the continent of Africa, excuse me. And I'm hoping that they are going to be the tip of the spear regarding more African content. Because we're starting to see, more South American content, but the dark continent, man, has so many stories. So many stories
about African gods. The closest we've gotten to is American gods. They had three African gods in it, and
most folks only can think of Anansi, right? Outside of Egyptian gods, most people only think about Anansi.
Heard of him because Orlando Jones crushed it with that character.
That part
crushed it with that character. The fact they're bringing that character back and not having him being Anansi is criminal to me.
Hold on one second. I just noticed something on the chat. Summer Days have bopped in and said previously they wanted to talk about some of the Kenobi hype. I want you to know that we did see your chat. Thank you for bopping in. We will get to that. You can just tell that we're kind of like in stride with this Afrocentrism kind of thing going on. But please finish your thought, Chuck, and then we'll bop over to Kenobi for a second.
I just excited to see where we go with this form of television. Because of Atlanta. Atlanta is such a solid television. We can go jump right into Kenobi right now. Because I got a new bit of Kenobi hype.
What's up?
Unlike the metaverse is a thing. And Fortnight is putting their stake in the ground. And so Fortnite's saying, guess what? We're bringing Obi-Wan Kenobi to Fortnite next week. Why don't y'all come in and play as Obi-Wan Kenobi? I played a little bit of Fortnite this season, but I'm just going to go in and buy the Obi-Wan Kenobi suit. Hopefully I get a lightsaber to hack stuff, and hopefully he has a force push.
I do remember playing some Fortnite when they had brought lightsabers in before, and I also remember when they had like this whole thing when they brought in, it was when episode 9 was debuting, and they brought in like the Millennium Falcon. They had like a concert, all the stuff, and they threw a bunch of lightsabers into the world, and everybody just had at it. I had a lot of fun. I can't lie. Fortnite did lightsabers really well. They almost made them OP, but it was still a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm really curious what they're gonna do with him. Yeah, I'm really curious. They know they're bringing the lightsaber. They had the desert pack. There's a lot of hype behind the show because the show's starting up, right? And it's so funny how Disney has learned how to stack their shows. Like, we're gonna show you Kenobi. Oh, we're gonna give you a little bit of Miss Marvel. Oh, we're gonna give you a little bit of She-Hulk. Oh, we're gonna give you a little bit of Ahsoka. They know what's keeping people's Disney Plus experiences keep going. They're like, look, we're not Netflix. We're not just dropping like 30 shows on you on Friday and letting you sort through it. We're actually promoting these shows. Don't quit your subscription yet.
Yeah. Well, I respect the fact that Disney is forcing the narrative, right? Whereas Netflix just drops stuff and then they hope the fans build the narrative, right? I mean, and it's worked for them in the past. Like a perfect example is like Bird Box, right? It blew up just straight off of just word of mouth. Right? Money Heist, same thing. But Disney's like, nah, we ain't going to just sit there and just gamble. We're going to force the narrative ourselves and just keep like dropping like little tidbits as this, that, and the third and make sure it constantly stays relative. Like I can guarantee you Disney's going to drop at least one golden nugget every week, at least one a week.
Yep.
And then keep the buzz and the churn going. They did a brilliant job with Spider-Man. Like everything small, like I seriously doubt all of those leaks were really leaks. I seriously doubt that. But they did it in a way that was interesting, that kept the conversation in people's faces, so that, by the time it hit, it was one of the highest grossing Marvel movies of all time. It's like a top 3 highest grossing Marvel film of all time, something like that. So, they play their hand very well. They're brilliant. They're geniuses at marketing. Don't doubt the mouse is what I'm trying to say. They know they shit.
They've had almost a century of doing it. They had almost a century doing it. So, but yeah, it's brilliant how they're playing it. Because the Disney Plus, they could promote princess content. They have a ton of princesses. They can make princesses shows. No, they betted on Marvel and they betting on Star Wars to keep people interested in Disney Plus right now. And they drop other content like what's the one with the Ron Gone Wrong? And they like
Yes, it's
they
so good. Why did nobody promote that?
right
That is probably
right.
one of the most slept on animations of 2021. I think it came out 2021. At the end of it, it is so good. Ron
Yeah.
Gone Wrong is worthy
So
of your
good, so
time.
good, so good.
It's really
You
good.
know
Yeah.
the Secret League of Second Borns, whatever I forgot it was called. They did that
Mm-hmm.
movie. Like Disney
Yeah.
drops interesting movies on their platform, but
Yeah.
they like nah. This Marvel and this Star Wars is what's keeping people here, and they realize
Yeah. I
that.
mean,
They
you got
realize
to
that.
respect the breadwinner. You got to respect the
Yeah,
breadwinner.
yeah. But they drop
You know.
interesting content where Netflix would do a trailer of 15 movies in one trailer and then
Yeah.
drop them all, and you're like, what do I watch first?
Yeah, and you know what? I think we're going to see what the short-term future of Netflix is going to look like as far as 2022 is concerned, depending on how they handle Stranger Things. Yes. Stranger Things is a tentpole. It is a tentpole property. It is one of the things that gets people to subscribe to Netflix, probably more so than anything else that they're going to release in 2022.
Done.
Right. And how they go about this and how people respond to it is going to say a lot regarding what they do. Because if this doesn't do well and you're already concerned about some of the people being laid off at Netflix already, if Stranger Things don't do well, it's going to be a tight situation.
Yeah. I think it's going to be very interesting, even after Stranger Things, how this is going to be for Netflix after Stranger Things. What do they have next?
Yeah, because you
kill shows every first season.
And why?
And a lot of shows sometimes need 2 to 3 seasons just to find their footing.
Yes.
Like, there's a couple of shows I watched, and I was like, they killed this too early because it didn't
have
enough
way too early.
The Wire would not survive. Half of HBO shows would not have survived if they went to Netflix.
Especially The Wire. The Wire is a perfect example. The Wire, the first season is good as it is, and it's good. It's legend. There are no bad seasons in The Wire. There's normal, and then there's excellent. All right. The worst season in The Wire is just good. Yeah. and the first season was amazing, but they had to rebrand it because it got the moniker of being a black show, right? Even though it's all black, it's all white writers, white producers. It's a white show that just happens to have black actors in it. But they had to retool it because when you go to the docs and you see it's a totally different Wire than it was from the first season. But you're right. Had that been in today's standards, the Wire probably would never even seen a second season. Nope. Another perfect example is Friends. Oz. Yeah, Friends was considered a failure the first season. People don't realize that. Friends damn near flopped the first season. It damn near flopped. It wasn't until the second season when people really started jumping on board with Friends, and then it became the legendary show that it is. You need time for shows to get their legs. They got to get their sea legs. Perfect example is Naomi. Naomi only had one season. It had one season and it was cut before it could even word of mouth could spread, before the writing room could figure it out, before you could build chemistry between the actors in the first season. Like it just got axed, and then on the larger picture, what you're saying regarding Netflix barely even gives anything more than you got 2 seasons tops. Really, you better knock it out of the park in the first season, and then have some bigger growth for the second season.
They think they're Bad Boy. We only make hits here. If an artist fails in Bad Boy, they throw them under the rug.
Yeah, man. And I don't know if that's a sustainable model now. Yeah, it worked back then, but I don't know if that's going to still work now.
And it was a darling. It was Netflix was a darling because they had some people beating down the door. Now people got other homes. You have Amazon handing out $900 million deals out here.
That's what I'm saying, man.
And don't get me wrong.
Amazon is like, come get the money
unless you perform. But Amazon said, hey, you're going to struggle. You're going to work. But we got $900 million on the table just for you. You want to take that, or you can go to Netflix where they'll cover everything for free. Yeah. But if your show don't perform that first week, they cutting it. I think I'm going to gamble with the $900 million. I think
That's what
Chuck
I'm
Babb,
saying, man.
as the person who I am, the $900 million deal sounds amazing. I'll struggle doing it, but hey, pay to play,
Oh,
baby.
yeah. Yeah. I'm still rooting for Netflix, though. I'm still a fan. Oh, I'll always be a fan of Netflix. They have to really shit the bed for me to turn my back on them, and they haven't gone that far just yet. But you could definitely see they may not be the lead horse anymore, and it may never recover. You never know. These things are funny like that. These things are funny like that.
You bring in new blood brings in new energy, and that's all you need right now.
Yeah, it's still a platform arms race, and we are the winners, ladies and gentlemen. Us, the viewers. This platform arms race has been bringing some gems. It's like we've said this a million times before. I can't think of a better age of television than the age of television that we are in right now.
Yeah.
So enjoy it while it lasts, because nothing lasts forever.
That's
another thing.
Eventually, we'll see consolidation. We'll see Discover buy more channels.
That's what I'm saying. So enjoy it while it lasts.
Because let you know, we were amped for what DC had in store for us, and Discovery was like, nah, we're not gonna let this happen. Nah, not this cool. one, not this one. Y'all should see these scripts. The scripts are not as good as you think they are. Yeah, we're not letting that happen. We got a reputation here. Meerkat makes money here. Shark Week makes money here. We're the biggest shark here right now. We know how to do non-scripted. Haunted Mansion sells money right now.
Bruh. Yo, they hopped on the back of what's his name? Steve Irwin.
Tiger Tuesday works. I don't know what y'all talking about. Nah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Planet Earth, about these penguins over here, they make money. They know what they doing. This
you
Batman,
better act like you know what we do.
Bats make money, not Batman. Bats make money.
Yo, that's a quotable. That's a quotable, for real. Give a damn about no Batman. We sling these bats.
These bats make money.
And bats ain't looking for their check every 2 weeks.
Superman, what the F is that? What's a Superman? Let's talk about these super ducks over here. These mighty ducks over here.
Wasn't them that started that show about the people that make the Duck Dynasty? Is that a Discovery show?
Yes.
Bangers, dog. That's all that dropped. I don't watch them, but I respect the fact that they are bangers. I get it.
They know what they do. They know what they do. Bass fishing makes money. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Oh, man. Yo, that's real talk, man. That's what I'm saying, man. The people that hold the keys to
not
the
Catwoman. Fish make money. Fish make here.
Fish. They did. Yo, they had what is it? Ice Road Truckers?
Yeah.
Platinum.
Yeah.
Platinum.
They had the Lumberjack show.
The Lumberjack.
They had Dirtiest Jobs.
Dirtiest Jobs. Platinum.
They know what they doing.
They got hit stuff.
They know what they doing.
Yo, they came in there, they looked at DC's lineup and was like, nope.
They were the first ones to do an octopus documentary. Like, this is not happening. Nah. You lucky we keeping Titans and Doom Patrol. You should be thankful. You should thank we keeping those.
You should thank me.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying.
Matter of fact, you know what they're doing? We're going to put our writers on this. Y'all don't have writers. We have writers. We can put our writers. We're going to retool all of this.
Facts, man. Y'all better tighten your content up before you get discovered.
Yeah, discovered. That's right. That's right. No mediocre content here. We do Shark Week. We do a whole week of sharks and have some of the highest viewing for 7 days straight. People anticipate our Shark Week. They anticipate.
Oh my God. No, it is brilliant, man. Like I get why reality TV makes money. You don't have to pay meerkats, bro. You ain't got to pay sharks.
You gotta pay sharks.
No, you ain't got to pay them. All you got to do is pay that one cameraman to sit in the dust for 3 weeks, and the rest is pearl. It's pure. Like, yo, they Scarface with it. They're like, we ship that puddle.
They're going to everybody's editing room. Like,
Uncut.
oh, your editors suck. Y'all, they don't know how to tell stories. Nah, it ain't about the writing. We got animals do what the hell they want to do. We just cut it together.
Yo, they made their own dog. They humanized meerkats, dog, and made millions, bro.
They did honey badgers.
Oh man, yeah, y'all sleep on Discovery if you want to.
Man, you want to. They know story. They read through all them DC scripts and was like, nah. They're like, this is basically like the comic book. We don't give a shit about the comic book. Y'all ain't got the editing room to support this. Your editing bays are empty.
You ain't lying, dog. Yo, they got a
team of editors.
They got a team of Saiyans in the editing room. Yo, for real.
Man.
Yo, that's real talk.
It's going to be exciting, though, to see what kind of content comes out of Discovery. Because the one thing that the CEO did say, the guy that runs, is like, we're making the best content on streaming television. We're going to make the best content.
They're smarter tools. I'm not going to doubt them because they are rich enough to buy HBO and then dictate, how they're going to run arguably the second largest comic book company in the world and being like, nah, you ain't doing it like this no more.
No.
You got to respect the gangster.
Yeah.
You got to. You got to.
So, it's going to be interesting. But back to Star Wars. So Star Wars did a big announcement. They're like, look, not only we bringing out Kenobi, we got Ahsoka over here. We got Rogue Squadron. We got an airplane. We got an airplane show for you.
Bruh.
We got an airplane show for you. Yeah. We got a show that's not even about even Jedi. It's just about normal people being hustlers in the era of Jedi. That's what we really want, right? Yeah,
man.
My thing is, if we do Kenobi and they don't show Duchess Satine, I'm gonna flip my desk. You got to show one of the most badass Mandalorian warriors who's actually the Duchess, and I want to see that. Her sister's badass, Bo-Katan. We saw that. And she's more badass than her sister. Nah, they better not play with me. They better not play with me as a Star Wars nerd. They better not play with me.
Yeah, no, I feel you. You're right. I think this is going to be I think you're going to have to go out of your way to miss with Kenobi. Because the Mandalorian, nobody really knew who the Mandalorian was. It was just an abstract concept, and they still made that work. So I got faith in some of the writers. I know Boba Fett is left a lot to be desired, but I don't think they're going to make that same mistake with this one because the legend behind Obi-Wan is so entrenched, and so many people have these incredible expectations. I think it'll fall just short of expectations, just short. It's impossible for it to satisfy everybody. That's an impossible ask.
Him and Vaz got to get into it. Him and Vaz come in. Vaz come with them dreads. The brown guy be like, yo, grab something like Obi-Wan's broom and was like, you fucking that girl? He ready to say that. Like, he goes over to Obi-Wan's kitchen and picks up a plate and be like, you fucking this girl? Because Vaz knows the history of everything when he picks it up.
Oh, good point.
Yeah.
He'd be like, oh, you smash it.
Yeah. I rather have that moment. And Obi-Wan be like, no, we just friends. No, y'all spend a lot of time together as friends. And you ain't supposed to have, the rules of the order.
You gonna be like,
and I deal with the dark side. So if I ain't smashing, you ain't smashing either. Because Vaz and Satine supposed to have something going on too. Yeah, they both fighting for the woman that can kick ass as sexy. So yeah, Mrs. Smith over here. She's gonna be Jamie Lee Curtis in True Lies or something like. Ooh,
look at you over here dropping context, boy. Look at this.
Like I nerd up like that. Go back. I could get a recent example, but I went back.
Yo, what is we gonna do
man, I don't know.
with you, my guy?
That's so much fun. Man. So we didn't talk about any of the news. I'll bring up something that's interesting.
We sure didn't.
So your man Elon Musk is in the news again. We're gonna bring him
What
up.
he
We're gonna
done
bring him
did
up.
now?
He paid a flight attendant $250,000 not to cover up his sexual assault case with him. So apparently, this how he rose, right? He thinks he's a madman. I think that's what he thinks he is. So on a SpaceX jet, private charter jet, you can get a massage.
Okay.
Apparently, the flight attendant was the masseuse was massaging him. He rolled around and dropped the sheet on her. I was like, "Look what you made me do. I give you a horse if you rub it out. You've been talking about you want a horse. I'll give you a horse if you ride this pony."
I'm about to ban you from the mic. You know, I'm about to ban you from the mic. He hit it with a genuine line.
Yeah. Give your horse, you ride this pony. And apparently, she was like, "Nope, but I'm going to press a charge against you." And they cut her a $250,000 check.
It's better than a pony. It's better than a horse too. 250 stacks to go on and hush money.
Hush money.
Hush money. I mean, I'm not surprised though. You know, he's probably been doing that for a minute.
And we heard it through her friend. So her friend didn't sign a non-disclosure agreement. So her friend was like, "I ain't signed no agreement, so I'm telling the story." And he's like, "Well, it's not true, blah, blah, blah." And people are like, "That's a lot of money to pay for something that's not true." And they're like, "Well, you're a celebrity, you're supposed to pay stuff and pay it out." And then Twitter came back and was like, "Nah, you and Michael Jackson did it all wrong. If you didn't do it, you fight it. You're fighting broke families or you drive them into bankruptcy."
Ooh,
That's
God,
what you
it's
do.
evil.
You fight them into, you bankrupt them if you didn't do it. You never pay for something you didn't do. And I was like, wow. I never thought about it because we've been taught our whole entire existence. If you're famous, you just pay for it to get rid of it because you need to remain famous. And then Twitter was like, no, you fight it. Lawyers in Twitter were like, no, you fight it. You didn't do
guilty.
Because you paying for it is not saying you're guilty, but you're not denying you're guilty.
Right. That's the thing. You're not denying it. That's the thing. You're just leaving it up for the minds of,
yeah.
Well, Elon. I can't even imagine what he pays in legal fees per month.
Yeah.
Regarding because money. This is just the stuff we've heard about. I'm sure the stuff that we'll never find out is triple that amount. At least. That's nuts. Well,
and this what he said. If I were inclined to engage in sexual harassment, this is unlikely to be the first time in my entire 30-year career that it comes to light. Not if your company's always paying money. You know?
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, don't be like Elon. Don't do that.
Yeah. Don't be like Elon.
Get your ish together. Speaking of cringeworthy, super rich dude, yo, what was the name of the dude that bought the Wu-Tang album? That dude is out, man.
Michael Scorsese, whatever his name is.
Yeah, he's out.
Is he?
Out in these streets walking about. Yeah, man.
Okay, yeah, it's all right.
He got out like 2 years early.
You know? Yeah, of course he did. Of course he did. But there's some brother in junk right now in New York in jail for weed for the last decade.
Yes, that part.
Last decade.
It's all messed up, dog.
Yeah, we know.
It's all messed up. The game's jacked up, fam.
You know how it works. Man. You know how it works. We're gonna end this on a happy note. Did you watch the new Miss Marvel trailer?
No. The last I heard is that they've been kind of like showcasing her powers a little bit more.
Yeah.
Huh? Anything more?
Yeah. Okay. They did a little bit more. They gave her, they gave her Peter Parker moment. You know when he says, "With great power comes great responsibility."
Yeah.
They gave her line. Good is not a thing you are, it's a thing you do.
Huh.
Good is not a thing you are, it's a thing you do. So there's no good people. You just do good things.
Right. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I actually like that.
I do too.
Especially the more I kind of just sit and think on that. That's not bad.
Her sheik That's told not bad her that. At all. So she went to her sheik and she's like, "I want to be a good person." He says, "Good is not a thing you are, it's a thing you do."
I like that.
Mm-hmm. I was like, look at Marvel. Look at that. They got a writing room. They wouldn't get cut from Discovery.
You ain't gonna replace that line with a meerkat.
That's right. They're like, fuck your meerkat. You're a meerkat. That's what Marvel said. We beat your meerkats. That's so crazy.
So yeah, we actually got writers, fam. That's what we got.
Yeah.
Time for us.
Oh man. Oh,
right.
I gotta tell you, the new Idris Elba movie's coming out. It's gonna have women heart throbbing. White women everywhere will go flock to the theaters for this.
So don't tell me he's stuck on a mountain trying to get down again. What's he doing?
Let me tell you, George Miller's upcoming 3,000 Years of Longing is having a movie. It's basically a movie about a fantasy novelist, A.S. Bryant's short story, The Degen in the Nightingale's Eye. That's what it's based on. So Tilda Swinton is his author, I think, or some woman, and she finds this little lamp. She pops it open, and Genie Idris Elba jumps out of it.
You got Idris Elba out here
as a genie, shirtless the whole entire time. As a genie, chilling on the couch, shirtless.
Of course he is.
Big,
nipples out.
Bigger, he's smaller, you know. And she doesn't want to make a wish. She's entitled to 3 wishes, and she doesn't want to make a wish because, and what she says is, every time somebody makes a wish, it's a cautionary tale.
Okay.
So she's asking him to explain to her what happened to everybody he's granted wishes with. And he's telling those stories to her.
Huh. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. So you have old ass Tilda Swinton in here up and living her best life, having a sexy black man tell her stories. That movie's about to slap. Shirtless black man
so much money. Yeah, he's about to make so much money. Don't that sound like a magical black man?
Yeah, that doesn't sound like magic. It's facts.
Get your
facts.
Legend of Bagger Man song. Come
facts,
on. Facts.
All right. So in this movie, there's a scene where he's standing behind Tilda, and her girlfriends are there staring at her. They're I forgot who they are. I forgot the actresses. They're just staring like, what? Wow. They're like this. and she's like, "Oh, he's staying, ladies. He's staying."
Of course he is.
I was like, "Oh, that's gonna make $1 gajillion right there.
It's gonna make dumb money." Yeah. A magical black man that grants wishes. Oh shit, that shit's a hit.
Man, I wish I would have thought of that. I wish I would have wrote that story. To old white women, they're gonna be all.
Oh my god! Yeah, yo, that's perfect. Yeah, and you know what? That's actually a good place to go ahead and close this out. I'm about to be your magical black man and close this show out for the week. That's gonna conclude the new segment of our show today. Yo, thank you so much for tuning in. Yo, big huge shout out to you, Chuck, because I know you over here like piecing it together. You producing, you over here hosting, dropping gems. Yo, you magical, man. You're my magical Negro for the night as well.
I need to find somebody like Tilda Swinton to pay for all my dreams. That's what I need.
Oh my god,
Tilda Swinton.
I hate to segue straight into digital click off of that, but listen, digital click.
They make all this beautiful.
Happen. Did you see that? Thank you. That part. They make your dreams happen by making you look good, and of course, handling your marketing. We use them. And so should you. Hey, if you are just now watching this, you can check us out on podcasts as well. We're on all of the major setups. Make sure you leave likes and thumbs up. I'm talking about Apple, Spotify, all that good stuff, and all the other major platforms as well, including Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. Just /. The Geekish Network. Twitch is still going on strong. We got some cool, experimental, awesome stuff coming. Everything from cooking shows to fantasy football to Dungeons and Dragons. It's all going to be showcased very soon. Of course, give us those thumbs up, properly massage those algorithms, and be sure to share us on your own social media as well. Big huge shout outs to the Funk for curating all of this amazing content. I know we didn't get a chance to break down all of it, but it's Friday. We got a couple in us, but we are still Grateful for all of the hard work and effort that you put in. Big huge shout out to Rodney as well. He's on Players Holiday, but we still with you in spirit. Make sure you check out all the amazing shows because I got one coming up this weekend as well. Yeah. We got Tech Nubians coming up tomorrow, if I'm correct, right? Yeah, Tech Nubians. And then of course, we are all week, every day, all week binge worthy on Wednesday as well. Like we just got bangers. So just obviously keep in touch. Watch us because we're growing by leaps and bounds. And we'll catch you on the next one, man. Anything you want to say to beautiful people?
Oh, no. Y'all have a good weekend and geek out all weekend. Enjoy it.
All that good stuff. Big facts. We out.